Hi all my Pokemon Go players out there. Welcome back to another Pokemon Go vlogs with Electric Avenue. And for today's video, I'm going to be giving you some tips for the upcoming Larvitar Community Day Classic on January 21st, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. If you haven't checked out my previous videos yet, make sure to check them out in the description below. I'm going to be giving you a wide spread of tips on how to fully do a Larvitar Community Day. We'll go over the bonuses, we'll go over what items you need, and we'll go over a variety of other stuff. So make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell and share this video with your friends. Without further ado, let's get started with the video. So for my first tip, always save your Pokeballs. You're gonna need them for this community day, especially if you're trying to go after more Larvitars or if you're planning on getting a shiny Larvitar if you have not gotten one yet. And you're gonna need a whole bunch of Pokeballs for this community day classic. You're also gonna want to upgrade your bag space and your Pokemon storage as well for this community day. Which of course brings me to tip number 2. If you haven't opened any gifts yet, make sure you save them for Community Day. You're going to need to use your gifts for Community Day in case if you're in like an area where there's not that many Pokestops or there isn't like that many gyms as well. Tip number 3. Make sure to keep the featured Pokemon in case if you get a perfect IV or if you want to plan on evolving them as well. Which brings me to tip number 4. Make sure that you evolve your Larvitar into a Tyranitar during Community Day or 5 hours afterwards to get the special move Smackdown for Tyranitar. And of course for PvP players out there, you're going to want a Tyranitar with Smackdown. Tip number 5. You should probably do the special research. That's an optional choice though. If you don't want to spend $1 on the special research, I understand. I'm probably not going to be doing the special research this year, but we'll see what happens. Probably wise if you didn't want to do the special research, although it does give you items, but you also want to save money for other special events that would be coming into Pokemon Go. Speaking of saving, tip number 6 is about saving your Pinap berries. This also includes silver Pinaps. This event of course doesn't give double the candy bonus, but of course if you're wanting to stock up on Larvitar candy, I'd say use Pinaps and silver Pinaps as a good choice. And going off on the candy mark, tip number 7, you should have a Mega Evolved Pokemon with you during this community day. There aren't that many Mega Evolved Rock-type Pokemon, so the Mega Evolved Rock-type that you're going to want for this community day in Pokemon Go is Aerodactyl. It is the only Rock Mega that is available in Pokemon Go right now. Reason I didn't say Mega Aggron is because Mega Aggron becomes a pure Steel type when Mega Evolved. Now this next tip is actually a great tip, but you can do this as an option. I'm making this one an optional choice. So usually what I like to do during a community day is that I like to make my buddy Pokemon the featured Pokemon. For example, during the Chespin Community Day, you probably noticed, I had Chespin as my buddy. Reason why I did that was because to get extra candy. Henceforth, tip number 8, you can make your buddy Pokemon either the featured Pokemon or one of its evolutions. This will help of course if you're planning on getting more candy for a Community Day Classic or for a regular Community Day. But that's really an optional choice if you want to do that or not. Tip number 9, make sure you use that incense and that lure module. Incenses and lure modules will last for 3 hours total during the event. Since you're probably going to need 1 incense, I'd recommend only using just the 1 incense for this event. Tip number 10, make sure you get some super incubators, star pieces, or lucky eggs. It really all depends on the bonus. And speaking of the bonuses, the bonus for this event is 3 times the XP caught. So for this one, I recommend bringing in some lucky eggs for the event. Tip number 11, get some snapshots in. Usually I don't do the snapshots that often because I really You know, I don't have the time to do the snapshots. But of course, the snapshots are good if you're a rural player and don't have any Pokestops that are nearby, or don't have any spawns that are also nearby as well. And speaking of Pokestops, tip number 12, you're going to want to spin your Pokestops for some field research tasks. They will give you items, or they will give you Pokemon encounters. They'll also give you Stardust as another reward for completing them. Tip number 13, make sure that you pack some portable chargers, some snacks, and water with you. Depending on where you go for a Community Day Classic or for a regular Community Day, you're going to want to bring something to eat. You're going to want to bring something to drink as well. And you're going to want to bring some portables in case your phone's about ready to die out and there's no outlets that are nearby. Tip number 14, depending on where you are, make sure you either stay warm or you stay cool. Really depends on where you're going. The last tip is to have fun during this Community Day Classic. Go out, explore, enjoy wherever you are. Just make sure that you enjoy what you're doing also, besides from playing Pokemon Go as well. I know that's what I'm going to be doing, probably during this Community Day. But who knows exactly. Anyways, that's pretty much all I want to discuss for the tips video for today. Thanks for watching. I'll make sure to see you guys on the next video. Goodbye, everyone.